Hello and welcome to an important Agile methodology, Test-Driven Development, or TDD as it is known in short. TDD is one of the most extensively used subsets of Agile methodologies. Let's start with what it means. Test-Driven Development is a software development method that involves writing an automated test first and developing the least amount of code necessary to pass that test later. The basic idea behind this methodology is that developers begin by writing a failing test for a simple piece of functionality that needs to be implemented. Once this is done, a simplest possible code is written to pass the test. This code is not perfect, so it is reworked without changing its functionality to make it more simple and easy to maintain. This process is known as refactoring. What are the benefits of developing software this way? First, TDD focuses on requirements even before writing the code, and this helps maintain quality. Second, it breaks down code into small, attainable steps, thereby keeping the code simple, testable, and clear. Third, TDD provides for documentation of the development process. This helps a member joining the team at a later stage be clear about how the system works and what has been done so far. Fourth, it advocates building test suites, that is, collections of repeatable regression tests. And last, TDD enables rapid change while ensuring high quality. Now, let's use an example to illustrate this methodology better. An Agile team is working on providing a new CRM system to be used by the marketing and sales departments to enable both departments to have a real-time 360-degree view of the customer. Bob, one of the developers on the Agile team, wants to add a new feature to this system. Bob had collaborated with the product owner and the tester, as well as the business analyst earlier. This enabled him to clearly understand the requirements. After understanding the requirements, Bob is now writing a simple automated test to confirm those requirements. This is called a unit test. Once Bob is done with writing the test, he runs it against an already existing version of the system. Since the piece of code that delivers its functionalities has not been written yet, the test fails. Bob then writes code that is just good enough to pass the test, and though the code is not perfect yet, it will pass the test. While working on TDD, Bob is required to rework the code in order to make it simpler and maintainable, as well as readable. All this ensures that the functionality that the code delivers is not damaged. This reworking of code is called refactoring. Refactoring happens in minutes, not in hours or days. Let's go back to our example now. The project is in the third week, and now a change is needed in the feature that Bob previously built. However, Bob is on a holiday, and Richard, another developer, will need to make this change. We know that Bob has already created a test for this new feature. So Richard is able to read as well as understand what the code was supposed to do. He then uses the test to verify that the code he has written hasn't diminished the functionality of Bob's original code. Now he adds his own test case that not only increases the test coverage, but also ensures that there is a record of his changes to Bob's code. From this example, it is evident that TDD helps Agile teams make rapid changes without compromising quality. With this, we end our presentation on test-driven development. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for learning with us.